My name is Gladys Adija Marcos. At the age of 19, I became a single mother. I became a mother at a very young age and I was saddled with responsibility. I had a child to take care of. I had a child who was basically looking up to me, and then at the same time, I was still trying to cover up with school. It is not a normal thing for a young girl to get pregnant out of wedlock or at home. So the society is not going to smile or of course tell you well done about it. I think mine was more difficult because at that time I was the Miss Plasu, that is the Miss Plateau State University. I was saddled with the responsibility of representing the school in other schools, and then I was like an image of the school. And an image of the school, I got pregnant, which was not just a disgrace to me or to my parents, but it was almost a disgrace to the whole school at large. But I was able to cope because my mom went all out for me, unlike other mothers who will leave you to your circumstances or who will basically even push you into marriage. My parents did it differently. My mom had to come over to school, stay with me for a very long period of time, followed me to my lecture hall so that I won't feel so embarrassed. She did that repeatedly until I had the confidence to be able to face other students on my own. I never saw myself as a businesswoman. Never crossed my mind. I was this young girl who was passionate about acting, going for pageantry, modeling, and all of that. Well, that was the plan until life happened to me. I initially started my business to be able to provide for my daughter. I started because I had responsibility I needed to meet. So I took my very last money that I had and then I looked around the environment I was in. I just looked, okay, what was I going to do? What was I going to sell in this place that I knew was going to make waves? And then luckily for me, where we were, it was a totally new environment. There were no food stop shop. If you need to make a meal, you have to trek from the whole area, take a bike down to the main room. So I saw that as an opportunity. So before going for my NYSC, I went for service with an already laid plans of what I was going to do with my allowance. Even though it required a lot of sacrifice for me to be able to save up my allowance to expand my business, but it was worth it because I had a clear vision of what I wanted. So I did the whole 1 year reshuffle between sacrificing my looks just to be able to save up my allowance. I have to carry either a sack on my head or carry a basket of tomato on my head and then walk a distance. People look at me. Some were very surprised. So something I made up my mind on. It was easier for me to block my ears or my eyes to whatever it is people were saying or thinking about me. So my business is growing. It is not solely that little business I started with my NYSC allowance again. It has grown. We've moved from the first shop to the market now. We don't just sell to areas now, we are dominating markets, starting from Jos, of course. So what we do is that we do distributions of grains, we do supply of grains, and then we do selling of grains. We distribute grains to market women. They buy from us at a discounted rate, at the rate they are supposed to buy from the bush market. But this time around, it is easier for them because they are not paying the transport they are supposed to pay to go to the bush market. We do supply to boarding houses, NYSC camps, companies. We do supply to prisons, basically anywhere that food is required, either in large or small quantity. I want to dominate all the major markets in Nigeria. I have successfully dominated Jos. And then this year, God's so kind, my dream is gradually coming true. We have a lot of people that we've sent food or vegetables to. We've sent grains to Enugu. Lagos is becoming like a day-to-day routine. Lagos, Ibadan. We've sent things to Abia State, Abakaliki. We've sent to Kaduna, Abuja. Abuja is like an everyday place we send our grains to. Now, we don't just sell grains. We send vegetables, because coming from Plateau State, my state is very, very blessed with a lot of food. Our people are not lazy at all. We have a lot of farmers, and because our land is blessed, we have access to all kinds of food. We have access to good vegetables and at a very cheap rate.